Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back for another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a quick little update on the entire stock portfolio in today's video. We got lots of stuff to cover. Sorry I didn't do a video last week. A lot of things going on here, so I tried to do my best to get a video published today. I know it's the end of the week. Today's Friday, but I wanted to get this guys to you for sure this week because last week we actually didn't publish a video. So like usual, we will cover the stock portfolio and I'll show you guys the dividend portfolio and I'll show you guys what stocks I'm buying today. But before we go on the video, just really quick guys, I want to mention really quick that if you guys haven't signed up already, check out Blossom Social. You guys can see all my trades, you can see my entire portfolio, you can see everything I hold, and there's lots of cool stuff on the platform. There is a link in the description of this video you guys can check out, and of course it is 100% free for you guys to sign up, so check out Blossom Social if you guys haven't already. Alright guys, let's go on with the video. We'll start things off with doing an entire portfolio update of my Wealthsimple trade portfolio. Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? We're on the portfolio screen of our Wealthsimple trade account, so we'll do a quick little update on the portfolio here. We'll cover the two accounts and then we'll jump into the stocks. We'll do a quick overview. I'll show you guys the dividend income and all that cool stuff as we get towards the end of the video. So once again, this is going to be the weekly update for this week. We got about $105,000 Canadian. Our portfolio has been up and down a little bit. Always seems whenever you get a bit of a rise in the market, it seems to get a bit of a dip too. So today we actually are dipped down quite a bit. So the two main ETFs we hold, VDY is about up 0.84%, which is about, I guess, about 1%. So the Canadian markets overall, especially the dividend stocks, look like they're doing pretty good. But the US markets are down 1.5, almost 2% there. So the TFSA is going to be the first account, which is more focused on US stocks, growth stocks, as well as some Canadian stocks as well. So no surprise here, the one-day return for the TFSA is going to be down -600 because once again, there is more focus on the US growth in here. 1 week return is down -2%, which is about $1,500. So 1 week, specifically in the past couple days since about November 2nd, that was like 2 days ago, we saw a bit of a dip there, and again today, this morning we got another big dip there, so that kind of is accounting for that. The 1 month return is up 1%, so nonetheless we did see a pretty good rally here, but we got a little bit of a dip here. Over the past 3 months we are down -4%. 1 year return is down -6%, so quite a bit of a dip here, you know, in the portfolio overall. And once again, a lot of that is because of the US markets, and then all time it's had the TFSA is still up 5%, so we're still doing good, all things considered, but definitely a bit of a dip recently. We were getting kind of excited because, you know, markets had a nice little recovery there, but it does look like things are always going back and forth these days. So the 1 month return for the personal account is about, the 1 day return, sorry, for the personal account is 0%. 1 week is 0% again. 1 month return is 3%. And this is more of a representation of the Canadian market. We've seen the Canadian market actually kind of bounce back a little bit, and they haven't dipped yet. Past 3 months is -2, 1 year return is -4, then all time is about 0%. So the personal account pretty much is breaking even, all things considered. And we do have some money to invest today inside both, pretty much inside the personal account. So that'll be the next part of the video. Alright, so the next part we're going to be focusing on is what stocks I'm kind of looking at today. I did put $100 into my personal account as well as some leftover dividends, and I do have some cash in my TFSA as well. I think it's like $20 or $30, so we'll just top up the TFSA. I actually am joined here by Cooper. I don't know if you can see him here. His head's kind of sticking out there. He decided to come chill, so hopefully he doesn't take up too much of the camera there, but he's just hanging out with me today. So here's the stocks here. Not surprisingly, some of these stocks have been beaten down quite a bit. So AQN, Canadian Tire, all these HYLDs, the covered calls. Again, this is US based, so that's a nice big dip there. We have Manulife POW also dipping quite a bit, and then we have our other funds here, and VFE down actually -8%, which is no surprising because that does hold the larger US market. And anything US based right now has actually taken a pretty big hit, but also some of the Canadian dividend stocks we hold also have actually taken pretty big hits, even like Canadian Tire, Manulife, and stuff like that. But the other ones, you know, the big growth stocks that we've been investing into, like ATD is up 24%. I think I bought ATD, like, was it not last week because I didn't do a video, but the week before I think I bought a bunch of ATD. So this is definitely one we could look at. CNQ is always doing really good. You know, CNR, and then we also got some of the ones down here. So it's kind of hard to decide what stocks I'm going to buy today. I think the ones I'm going to focus on today is going to be split between the covered calls, because I do want to buy some of those covered calls to bring up more holdings inside my portfolio, as well as probably focus on some of these smaller holding Canadian stocks that we have. So if we take a peek at ones like HDIV, for example, is the Canadian market. This would be a good one to hold inside of the personal account, and we really don't have any shares at all. We have $100 worth. And then maybe we'll top up something like Canadian Tire. I actually only have about $100 of Canadian Tire. This is a nice, good dividend growth-based stock, very similar to like ATD, focused on retail and whatnot. The company has had pretty good growth. It has pretty big, massive dividend increases, and it is more of a growth long-term stock. It's not representing a big yield, so we'll kind of do a split today. I'm taking advantage of both types of investing. So I'm going to go into HDIV here. I'm going to put probably about $80 worth into HDIV. So we'll do a market buy. I'm just going to click this here. That's about $76 Canadian. We'll bring that position up. And I do need to balance my HDIV and HYLD because I do have a lot of HYLD and not so much HDIV. So we want to kind of bring that up a little bit. I'm just going to go back in here. We have about $100, and I am going to put this into Canadian Tire. I'm going to bring up my position of Canadian Tire. Once again, I love the company. You know, big brand. They've done really well. They have really good earnings over the past couple years. Obviously, they did really good from the pandemic. And as a dividend growth stock, they just have done really well. So I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to buy. We'll have to do a fractional buy because it is a little bit expensive, $152 Canadian. So we put $107 to go into Canadian Tire. And that's going to be the other stock I'm going to be buying today. But once again, guys, if you guys are looking for stocks to buy or take advantage of, I would look at some of the big Canadian players with the good high dividend yields right now, like the good quality companies, and also look at the U.S. market. If the U.S. market is dipping and is down so much, even looking into anything that's like tech-based, like I know like there's a lot of stuff going on with some of those big tech companies in the U.S. You could look at like Microsoft and some of those other companies, Google and stuff like that. There's lots of good of those tech stocks on sale right now. So if you guys like U.S. stocks, you could buy the S&P 500, or you can buy some of those individual U.S. tech companies. I think they're a steal of a deal right now, so there's definitely some options if you guys are looking for those as well. And for dividends for the month of beginning of November as well as the end of October, have been pretty steady here. As you guys know, this is a dividend focused channel. It's dividend, income, and growth. We do have a portfolio that really does focus on a little bit of everything. I will give you guys an update on my portfolio pie just after this section here. If you guys are interested in that. And once again, check out Blossom Social in the description of this video, like I mentioned earlier. If you guys want to see my portfolio, you guys want to see the stocks I invest into, you can see everything listed in there. It's 100%. And like I mentioned, it is a pretty balanced portfolio. I'm still kind of finding out what type of portfolio I want, but I definitely know I want to be income focused and dividend focused. I'm just trying to figure out, what's the best way to go forward. And over time, I'm kind of adjusting things as they go here. So in November, we got a dividend from POW, Power Corporation of Canada, $6. Really good company. I'm really a big fan of right now. Definitely worth checking out. Other stocks we have here that we did get dividends was from TD Bank. So TD Bank is my favorite bank stock. We get about $50 or so from TD. So that definitely bumped us up to $500 a month, which I will show you guys in just a second. And then of course, October gave us lots of good dividends as well. Our cover called HYLDs, and HDIV also gave us some good dividends. VDY also gave us some pretty solid dividends, as well as our quarterly payment of VFE. So if you guys missed the previous update, I did talk about that. We got lots of good dividends last month. And if we head on over to our spreadsheet or check out the dividend income, you can see that's a reflection here. We made $500 a very first $500 month. We finally hit that threshold. Took a lot. It was a big jump up too, because previously in July when we had our other big quarterly payments, we hit $377, and now on our next quarterly big payment, we actually hit $515. So pretty solid there. $470 of that coming from my portfolio, as well as $45 coming from my fiance's portfolio. You can see your portfolio, it's still a long ways away, but it is catching up. So, and it all adds up at the end of the day. So, it all helps there. So $470 for me, $45 for her. We're working together as a team. That's how you guys have to do it. And it's been killer. It's been awesome. And total dividends here, I did add up all these columns. It's about $4,000, $304 in total. But if we're making $200, $300, maybe even $500 a month on some months, that's going to jump up there pretty quickly. So that's been super cool, and I'm super happy about that. So nice little update on the dividend income. Before we close out the video, I'll give you guys an update on the portfolio pie, just in case if you guys are interested in seeing my actual portfolio allocations. And like I mentioned, guys, we'll do a quick little overview of my portfolio allocation. Once again, if you guys aren't signed up on Blossom Social, definitely check it out. And while you're there, give me a follow. If you guys want to see any content, I do post on there. I do post quite a bit of content. I show my buys that I buy inside my portfolio, as well as I do little posts and different things here and there to share with everybody. So if you guys want to check that out, I do post some stuff on there as well. But if we go inside here on the portfolio page, we can see in my portfolio here, keep in mind there is a reporting error here. I did talk to Max, and he did say it is off by a couple $1,000. but it's not a big deal. That is in the fix is in the works right now. But if you take a peek here, if you go into this view, you guys can see the different types of percentages and how my portfolio has performed. So overall, including my TFSA, my personal account, we are down negative 0.1% today. The 1 week return is down -2. 1 month 0.58. 3 months we are at 0.3, and then 1 year return is about -7%. And again, this is my entire portfolio that I showed you guys earlier. 50% is held in VFV, which is the Vanguard 500 S&P. This is obviously been taking a big hit recently. We've seen like the 1 year return from is down -12%, but I do think the year to date it is down like -17, almost 20%. So it did take a big hit, and obviously since 50% of my portfolio is in the S&P 500, that's going to obviously bring our portfolio down. But we also have some Canadian stocks here, which represents about the other 50% or so. VDY being the second one. So VDY has definitely performed better than VFE, and this is because Canadian stocks have not dipped as much. The 1 year return is actually up 1.38%, and year to date I'm not too sure what it is, but it's probably doing okay, especially in comparison to US market. So obviously diversifying your portfolio definitely helps to make things a little bit more even, and a lot of these funds we are getting dividends and we're reinvesting them, so we're dollar cost averaging as well. But my other funds are, I got like TD and my other stocks here represent a very small amount here. And once again, you guys can check out my holdings and all the numbers here if you guys are interested in that. So once again, just a quick little update on the portfolio allocation. And once again, you guys can check that out on Blossom Social.